Hey there. Another alteration, and something that once again I went, hey, I think everyone should see this. This kilt has been brought to me by someone who's lost a great deal of weight, and we're making it smaller. So, um, and it's a case where if I just reduce the aprons are going to be freakishly small, and it's not going to be a good look. Now, much of this kilt is admirable. I look, I don't know if you can come in on a close up to the seam, but the stitching is beautiful. It's exactly, the stitches are exactly spaced. I could use this as a measuring stick in millimeters, I don't know, 16ths of an inch. But it's beautifully done. And I suspect they're probably using better quality thread. They're using silk thread, I think, because I can't achieve that with, I don't use polyester anymore at all, but I would have trouble achieving that with the silk finish cotton that I use. So that's beautifully done. However, here's something, this isn't the first or second time I've encountered this in the last year. So here's something to think about when a kilt is brought to you for alterations. Take a look at the first pleat and the last pleat and take a look. Is this one the same as this one? Plain green on the left hip, and over here, purple stripe on the right hip. Now I've already marked it, so you can see where I'm going here. So when you see this, something isn't right. And the easiest way to go about this is to find the center element. And I'm not counting the pleats to find the center element. The center element is usually supposed to be matching the center element on the front apron. The front apron is the black stripe guarded with 2 yellow. So black stripe guarded with 2 yellow. And now I'm going to count outwards. And with each time I move over one pleat, I look to see if they're the same. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, they're the same. They're mirror image of each other. I'll start at the beginning because I distracted myself. So center, matching, matching. Yes, 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 yes. Center, orange. Now we've reached the last pleat, the first pleat on the left hip. We've reached the matching pleat on the right hip. But when you look down, there's 2 more pleats on one side. I can't imagine why somebody would do that, particularly somebody with this degree of skill. I don't know. I didn't see the person before his weight loss. I don't want to think too hard on it because it's wrong, and I don't want wrong ideas in my head. I'm otherwise perfectly tolerant of different points of view, but this is heresy. We're just not going to countenance this for a minute. So I think, yeah, why is that? Is it possible that the person was physically larger on one side? I mean, we've seen asymmetry where a shoulder is slightly higher or a hip is slightly, a pelvis is slightly askew. Any of that, but that's the only thing I can think of, and I'm going to stop thinking about it from that. So to make this fit this person, I'm going to be robbing pleats so that we're not decreasing the apron. We're going to start off by robbing pleats, and we're going to start off by robbing these 2 pleats out and then taking a look. And then we have to we'll take 2 pleats off of one side, and then from there on a case-by-case basis. Am I going to start robbing evenly from either side? I don't know. Now, when a person loses weight, their kilt, without any other alteration, will become too long because beforehand the cloth was taking the scenic route, as it were, and now the cloth is taking the shortcut, if I can say it that way. But he's also, so normally, having measured him, I would be reducing the height of the kilt to its new shorter length, but he doesn't want that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rob those 2 pleats. I'm going to do my usual calculation of what pleats, further pleats I must rob, in order that we get about a 50-50 balance, or slightly more, apron slightly more than halfway. Let's call it 60-40 maybe. And then decide what, after having done that, to get the correct proportions in the horizontal plane, what I'm going to do is, rather than shorten the kilt, I'm going to move the strap and buckle down to where they would be had I shortened the kilt. Because you see that line there, I was going to shorten it to that point, and then measure 2.5 inches down from that. So there's the center where the strap will be. So rather than shorten it first, because again, we don't want to do something we can't undo, I'm going to do the work with the horizontal part, and then open a buttonhole here and put in canvas and call them in for a fitting, pardon me, to see if a strap and buckle at that lower height, because of course it will raise the kilt, right, relative to the natural waist and the top and the knee. We'll do that, call him in for a fitting, see what he thinks. If he finds it's comfortable, we carry on. If he doesn't find it's comfortable, because this now is going to be a little bit higher above his natural waist, then we see if we can talk him around into reducing the height of the kilt. But there we are. So I have my work cut out for the next couple of days. How about you? Take care.